All right, man.
Hey,
Back
happy
at it.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. That's right. Jeez, man. Did
Yeah.
you call your mom?
Well, yeah. And grandmother as
Oh,
well.
that's cool.
So
That's cool.
hope everyone's having a good Sunday today. Glad we're all here. And if everything sounds okay, just give us a thumbs up so we know. Um, and yeah, we're happy to be here today for the virtual hangout. Welcome to Yardbar Entertainment Virtual Hangout. We got like a musical performance today, pre-recorded, and also we are doing a fundraiser for a Taiwanese nonprofit. So a lot of Taiwanese stuff today. So Abel's going to be our honorary
Oh,
Taiwanese
yeah.
member today.
Yeah, man. I'm going to try to do my best out here.
um, so this video is actually going to premiere on our YouTube channel at 7:15 p.m. So we got about 15 minutes to just talk about it and introduce you to the whole concept of what we're doing. Um, so I just want to talk about our this virtual performance that you're going to be seeing pretty soon. Uh, Actually, you know what, Abel, you want to just explain how maybe it works, just this whole virtual performance?
Yeah, well, for the ones out there that, some of these technical things and videos happen, it's kind of, it's kind of blurry. We'll try to explain it as best as we can. But, what you're about to see is an example of a whole production process that we do. So everybody records from home. Everybody gets their parts recorded individually. And, but I think it's obviously it's not the same thing as, having a live performance, but it's a way to stay connected and stay, as musicians and as people and audiences to keep making this music. Everybody records from home. We in this case, Peter's the mastermind on this in this particular production, and he gets all our tracks. In particular, my case, I got a track from Peter, and then I just I made sure that I practice my part, maybe like a couple times only. You'll notice.
That's all you need.
No, it's actually it's a really nice tune. And he sent me the track, and then I recorded. I made sure that I have all my home recording studios equipment set up, and then I send it back to you, and I send you an audio track and a video track, and then you do all the magic. Using, for the people that are out there asking us, what are you using? What app are you using? and it's, it's
Quite a common question.
right. So there's some apps I'm actually not very familiar. I'm not sure if you are, Peter. I know there's some apps that they do some of this stuff. Obviously this stuff that we're doing, it's not apps. It's through professional video editing softwares and audio mixing softwares as well. So we're using Logic. In this particular case, you use Logic. with a bunch of
Yeah.
plugins, bunch of pretty cool things, and then we used Final Cut Pro on this particular video.
Yeah. And what you're going to see is pretty much like a virtual band. It's going to look like we're all playing together and sound like it. But in reality, we all lay down track and we mix it all together, exactly what Abel was outlining. Um, so, the word got out that we've been doing this thing, and we definitely will be revealing some other cool news
Oh yeah.
later about some of the stuff that we've been doing, which includes sitting around at the computer for extremely long periods of time and developing neck problems.
Oh no,
Not
man.
speaking personally at
Love
all.
the love the pillow on your neck,
Oh
man.
yeah, the
Yeah,
pillow helps.
it's helping,
Just let
right?
everyone know, really helps with the back pain.
Yeah.
Um, this particular song, as everyone knows, I am Taiwanese. If I haven't said that before, or Taiwanese American rather, if I haven't said that before, now you know. Um, and one of the things that I like to do is stay involved within my community, um, try to get to know as many different Taiwanese and Taiwanese American people as possible. Actually, in the jazz world, like especially in the jazz academia and colleges, a lot of foreigners, come here to study jazz, and Taiwan has been kind of like in the past 10 years or so, like just more and more Taiwanese people coming over to learn the music. So there's definitely like cross-cultural things going on within the community, and it's a really strong and vibrant community. I love being a part of it. So this is another Taiwanese song that I arranged and decided to pick for today's performance. Last time it was Back Home, but really it's called Wife. I made a mistake there. Uh, but this time it's kind of a similar song in a sense that it's a older Taiwanese song that a lot of our parents grew up singing. Um, and it's a kind of a classic. You ask any Taiwanese person, oh, oh yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, it's going to sound very
That's
familiar.
cool, man. I
So
didn't know it was such a popular tune. It's not, it's a beautiful tune for
yeah,
sure. And I
yeah.
love your arrangements, man. I mean going back to your first album that you put out that I know that you included some of these songs. This one's not included in this. Is it on the
This
first?
one is not included on my album.
Oh,
No.
okay.
So actually, this is going to be a very special kind of premiere for a lot of people. I mean, I've been playing this live for a very long time, but now we get the chance to actually, play it for a wider audience besides those attending the live concerts and stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
So yeah, this is definitely like a special song. I definitely noticed that a lot of the older generation, even younger generation, Taiwanese people are recognize the song and like can really relate to it. And it is called "Longing for the Spring Breeze." You
Longing
can
for
actually
Spring.
see it. I don't even know I'm pointing in the right
It's the
direction.
other way.
It's
Yeah.
mirror image. Okay. "Longing for the Spring Breeze" is the name of the song. Um, and again, been playing this live for a couple years at different kind of events.
How did you
But
connect
just
with
want
this
to flesh it
song
out.
though?
How do I connect with this
Or
particular song? Actually,
yeah.
oh, you mean
How
like
did you connect with it? Do you remember like growing up and listening to it, or was it more like a
yeah.
research that you started doing?
Yeah, it's kind of like a combination of things, but a lot of like Taiwanese people know that we love to go karaoke. It's just like totally a thing. I don't personally partake in it as much, but when I was younger, a lot of our parents would get together and have like karaoke night, and someone's home, and all the kids would just be bored as hell playing video games, pretty much.
Mhm.
But you would hear, the really loud singing, and a lot of the classic songs that they grew up with, they would sing those on the screen with like the lyrics and everything, with the karaoke microphone.
Nice.
Um, so a lot of these kind of melodies are just inherently kind of part of my being, and so whenever, even in within like the jazz context of like improvising, it's kind of like I just hear it. It just comes out sometimes. I don't even like, oh, I don't even know where that came from.
Right.
And everyone has a little bit of that. You know what I mean? Whatever you grew up with is inherently just a part of your musical being. So this is kind of like this is a song that kind of represents that, but also A lot like my parents were the ones that recommended this song. So when I was looking for songs for my album, I actually asked both my wife and my parents and stuff like that, and my grandparents actually,
Nice.
to just suggest some songs that they would like to hear. And so I just started like listening to a bunch of these songs, listening to karaoke versions, be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I could do this. Um, and that was kind of like it's been a long time project. I've just been doing this for a very long time. So this is kind of like my way of just like putting it out there more and serving justice to the jazz versions of these Taiwanese classic songs.
That's really cool, man. I
Yeah,
really like the way that you kind of, if you want to say, fusioning like your straight ahead background of, and also just putting it in context. I mean, I've listened to, obviously listened to a lot of things, that fusions and whatnot, that sometimes you're like, it's maybe not the best way to fusion things, but I really like the way that you've done it. It kind of maintains this essence of the song, but then also like a very truthful way of like bringing in this jazz element to it. At least that's my personal perspective of the song. And
yeah,
actually your arrangements from your first album is the same thing. It's not, I don't hear it and I'm like, that's kind of cheesy. No, I hear it and I'm like, oh wow, that's
yeah,
swinging. And it's like, it's not, it's, you obviously would know it's not a straight
right,
ahead tune, but it's
right.
it's swinging. I like that.
If people know us, they know that we love swinging. You know,
Yeah,
we just love the music and how it feels. And anytime you can incorporate, what you grew up with what you love, and it's kind of like a very cool blend in that respect. And for those joining us now, again, this is we're premiering this video, this virtual performance, but also we are connected with this Taiwanese nonprofit that is helping our frontliners right now during this crisis. So uh, we're definitely going to be talking about them in a after we watch this video at 7:15. Okay, so just hold on to your seatbelts. We'll
oh
definitely
yeah.
get there. Um, but before that happens, I had this out the
Oh,
entire day
oh shoot.
for my students. So a lot of people like want to be like, I want to hear more of this, because I did post one video on my Instagram where it was like me playing a blues on this. So it's a gourd flute. That's the English name. And the Mandarin name is hulu si, which is my horrible pronunciation of the instrument because I do not speak Mandarin. I'm really sorry, everyone. I know it's like really offensive in my culture
I
to
feel
not speak.
offended. I even feel offended, man.
It's
Jeez.
bad. Yeah, I feel offended
Just
just
kidding.
saying it. Uh, but yeah, so this is the Hulusa. I actually got it from China,
Nice.
and my wife's mom uh, actually ordered it. For speaking of Mother's Day, yeah. So she actually ordered it for me when I went over there. So
Nice.
there's a very special thing that I have
That's
here.
really cool.
And actually, it's in the key of B flat ish. I say ish because it's not exactly a tune. Let's see. Um, B flat. Yeah, not quite
Man,
there.
it's one of those instruments that you don't. It doesn't matter if it's in tune. It sounds so beautiful. It sounds good.
Yeah, yeah, it's got that like authentic sound. But it's sometimes like I just have this out, and then it reminds me about like just the melodies that come from like the East Asian countries specifically. The things that tie them together, a lot of people say is the pentatonics, but it's almost like a lot deeper than that. And I actually talked to a music professor that was over in China when I went to my wife's hometown, and she was and he actually talked about just how a lot of the music comes from the earth, like
Mm.
just the natural order of things, and that's why they came upon like a more pentatonic sound and fifths, and you know what I mean.
Mm.
So it's kind of deep, and I think it's reflected inside the melodies. The Taiwanese melodies in general for me are very melodic and very like kind of sing over the top, kind of stretching time. And you'll hear that, within the song. Like I don't exactly phrase the melody like on the beat, like a funk song or anything like that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's something that's like soars over the top. So,
That's cool.
I just wanted to play a little bit
Yeah, go ahead.
beforehand.
All right,
just
man.
a little something, you know.
Shedding. You've been
But
shedding the.
I think I think a lot of people would dig the
Yeah.
Pharoah Sanders or Yusuf Lateef, you know,
Yeah.
like that kind of vibe. But anyway, so just a little something for everyone before we start. But I think it's yeah. Thank you. I haven't really been shedding that much. Okay, so I think we can probably play the video. It'll probably air at the same time by the time this delay kicks in on Facebook.
Yep.
Right.
All right.
So we're going to premiere this video. Very exciting. So we're going to play it now. We're going to play it later. You can watch it on YouTube. Go anywhere. It's going to be there.
All
Okay.
right. Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
check it out.
Cool. Let's check it out.
Two, a 1, 2.
All right. Just you can just pause on the video.
All right. So
All
yeah.
right, cool.
Okay. That
All
was
right.
interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think the YouTube was open.
Right,
And
yeah.
YouTube premiere. So anyway, you guys can go to YouTube and watch it. It's premiering right now. So yeah, you know.
Yeah. Let's play
It'll
it.
be right up there.
Why don't we play it? Let's play it again now that we know what's going on, so they can check it
Did
out.
you close YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's set up.
Okay. All
Let's
right.
check it out.
Let's try that again.
Try it again. Here's the video. Check it out.
2, a 1, 2.
All right. Okay, the second time was
All
better.
right. Yeah, hopefully we got a good clean cut of that one. All right. Um, so yeah, that was the video of the song "Long for the Spring Breeze," classic comedy song. Um, done kind of in a jazz rendition. The artist that you saw on that video, besides Abel and I, so Abel's playing saxophone and I was playing trombone. And by the way, just let me know if you hear an echo. We could fix that later, probably. Um, and let's see. So I was saying that the band members, it was Abel's playing saxophone, I was playing trombone. Um, the piano player you saw was Mike Bond, who's a very good friend of mine. He lives more in the South Jersey area. Dasul Kim, originally from Korea, and he's playing bass. And the great Jerome Jennings on drums, which
Yeah.
is just a real pleasure to have him, do this and be a part of this. And so I want to thank all the musicians for their hard work and getting in their videos and all that kind of stuff. So, um, it's like it's been a real joy just working with everyone and getting this all together. So thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that particular video. Um,
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to be part of for sure.
yeah.
Nice editing,
Um,
man.
oh yeah, thank you. Yep, a lot of editing for the next few weeks as well. So we'll get to that. So now we can talk about the Taiwanese nonprofit. If you really enjoyed this particular video, we feel like as musicians, we just always want to be giving back to the community. I mean, it's definitely hard for a lot of musicians right now, but this is something that we inherently just always want to be doing is giving back in some way or form. So if you really appreciated this video, if you really felt connected with the music, we definitely suggest, giving a donation to this particular nonprofit. And we're going to talk about why. So um, the nonprofit is called the Taiwanese Association of America. Okay. The TAA, USA. So um, so how we met, actually, how I found out about this particular nonprofit is because as I said, I'm very involved with a lot of Taiwanese communities, and so I've been asking around, like, okay, I want to release this music video, but um, if people feel inclined to give, like, is there a place I can do that? That supports our U.S. frontliners during this crisis. And luckily, Audrey, who's a good friend of mine from Tang, which is the Taiwanese American Next Generation, she suggested this particular nonprofit because they were providing PPEs for the hospital workers, and we'll get into that. But so I met Andy Chu, who is the Secretary General of the Taiwanese Association of America, and he had told me about what they were doing and how this Taiwanese nonprofit was trying to bring people together. And actually, he's a big, huge fan of jazz. So when I told him that we were actually going to do this song, he was very excited. He's a big he's already like checked out some other stuff. Um, so he was very happy to be working with us today. Um, and the organization itself believes in promoting and the fellowship of Taiwanese culture and strengthening the recognition of Taiwan's social democratization, and which is super important. And the National Taiwan Association of the United States has branches throughout the U.S. And this particular association believes in standing up for Taiwanese women's rights and taking care of foreign students that come to study abroad. And so, they've been doing really great things for many years now, and very strong community, like I said. Um, so, more recently, they've been helping our frontline workers, the people working in the hospitals, where, obviously they need the mask, but even beyond that, they need protective gear just in general, Um, obviously this COVID-19, I mean, super contagious, and so they have to make sure that they have the proper equipment uh, to be working in those conditions. So if we just show the picture of a, oh Oh yeah, it's already in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys can see the picture of the PPE suit. Okay, so more recently, this nonprofit has been involved in obtaining these PPE suits, which are protective suits, to give to hospitals in need, especially in the New Jersey and New York City area. And the money donated today will go to that particular cause. Okay. I mean, this again, I can't stress how important this is. I mean, the reason we're all staying inside is because they don't have enough room in the hospitals. That's a majority of the reason. And so we have to make sure that they're well protected there, so that they can continue doing the good work of saving lives. Okay. Um, so how to donate? So today, uh, you can actually give a donation in these following ways. You can do it by check, which is make it payable to the Taiwanese Association of America, and the memo should be disaster relief, um, and send it to that particular address that is listed there. Or you could do it by PayPal. That's usually my method. And there's a bit.ly link, but we also include it in the description. So obviously you can't click on the particular video, but in the description, you can just copy and paste and it'll take you right to the PayPal link. You can do it by Zelle, which is also my method. Um, if your bank is one that uses Zelle to send money, like Bank of America or Chase Bank, there's no fees that are charged. It's actually instant transfer this way. And simply add the email TAA treasurer 874 at gmail.com as the recipient. Okay. And you can actually get a tax deductible receipt by doing this. And you just need to sign up at that link that's listed there. Again, that's going to be in the description. And so these are just, monetary ways of helping out. But I definitely suggest reaching out to them personally, and just trying to get to know them better and to talk to Andy himself. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to assist you um, in the need of any volunteer work as well. So, but they could definitely use the money, as it's not cheap trying to obtain these suits. Uh, Oftentimes they have to get it overseas. So just make sure that that's like one way that you can help. And again, if you find some beauty in today's video, we just want you to give that energy to where it's needed. um, and we did this before with another
That's right.
nonprofit, a very local nonprofit. um, and so this is our second one today, or this month I should say.
Yeah.
And we're very happy that they're doing the good work and really putting themselves out there as an organization who's um, really trying to push for this. So, um, Abel, if you want
Yeah,
to
no, this
add
is
anything to that.
I think it's, man, I love that we're doing this collaborations personally, obviously, and but then also as an organization with Yarborough Entertainment, to pair our music and what we do and the time that we invest in putting this music. I mean, like you mentioned before, there's musicians involved. Um, they're amazing professional musicians that they're agreeing to participate in this kind of events because of it's linked to a cost like this. We're it's like our effort. Sometimes as we have other professions and lives that we're like, well, I mean, my profession, how can I help? And so I think the interesting thing is to find ways of how, with whatever we do, whatever profession that we do, we can help. We I think there's always ways to that we can find to help, and for us, this particular way of putting this music out there, and as entertainers, as being in the entertainment business, this is what we do. We do music, so let's do it. And we just we really hope that if you feel that need to help in this particular cause um, that this organization is doing, make sure that you do that. And they have a hashtag too. Hashtag Taiwan can help. um
Yes, that is
I see
correct.
that. So
And
uh-huh.
yeah, I mean, there's definitely a couple hashtags floating around, but Taiwan right now has been known as being kind of the leaders in the world on containing this virus and doing a very great job of at it. So it's just like a continuation, and we just continue to put ourselves out there and try and do some good right now. Um, but some good Taiwan pride right there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
you know,
That's it's
yeah,
leading the way to collaborate
that's right.
as countries, as people, as individuals,
Yeah,
as communities. So I'm all for it, man. And thanks for sharing this song, and for including the people that you include in this song, and to be able to share it and link it up with Taiwanese Association of America. So, do you want to talk just a bit about their website a bit? Just couple seconds. Let me show you guys a little bit of what their
oh yeah,
website looks like, just
yeah, for
so the
sure.
people that want to check it out.
Yeah. So I mean, most of the website is going to be in Mandarin. There are some translation, for those English speakers like me.
Hmm.
Um, but on their front page, you're just going to see basically that this whole um, aspect that we're talking about, this fundraiser. Um, and so you can actually find out more details there, but you could also donate on that website. There's some links that you could click on. And you could also see what else they have been up to as well. I definitely suggest not only the website here, but also checking out their Facebook, where they also post like a ton of pictures about some of the other stuff that they're doing in the community. Um, so definitely want to highlight that. And so yeah, definitely. So we'll just include all the donation links inside the description, is inside a YouTube video. We definitely suggest sharing today's video, either the live stream, but probably
The
more the video.
YouTube,
We're
yeah,
going to release the video. It's already on YouTube, and there is a permanent link. We're going to release the video maybe tomorrow on Facebook as well, and that way we can just share it. Spread the love, attach the fundraiser to it. Again, it's a nonprofit, so we could attach the video to the nonprofit, and just take it from there. But we definitely hope that this helps today for that cause that we really believe in.
definitely.
And
Yeah, and for the people like you said, we mentioned earlier, the ones that are wondering what is it that we're doing, how we're doing these videos. Mention it again. This is part of Yarborough Entertainment's remote music video productions, and so that's what we're doing for some different people that we're working with, and we really enjoy it because Peter and I were musicians, and we love to collaborate with musicians and putting some of these things together for some of them. So you'll get to see some of these things. The next one is it's something that I'm putting together, and that we're super excited that it's gonna go. It's gonna be part of Yarborough Entertainment as well, and so just stay tuned though. Stay tuned. Thanks for your
yeah,
time though.
yeah, definitely. It's always a good time just doing these projects. If you didn't catch the last one that we did, um, it was another Taiwanese song, "Wife," and you can actually catch that both on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel under Yardbird Entertainment. All right,
Man, so it
so
means that
you
I'm
can
gonna
go
have to
so
do a
that.
Mexican song, right? Is that?
Yeah, I
Oh
think that's what we
man, I feel a little pressure
just
now.
right. When is that coming,
I
Abel?
know,
Come on.
right? I got a couple now ready, but just gonna have to take some tequilas first and then play the
Oh,
song.
oh,
No, I'm just
true,
kidding.
true.
No, don't drink. No drinking. Okay,
Don't
no,
no,
don't do
we
that.
don't advocate
No,
drinking
no,
on
that's bad.
videos. Uh, however, we just want to let everyone know now the special news that we've been up to. Because if you haven't heard from us, or we've been slow on texts or emails, there's a good reason why. Because usually I'm answering them as soon as I get them. But so maybe Abel, you want to reveal the first one,
You
and
go
then we'll
ahead.
just
You
take
got, you
turns.
got it. You got it, man. You got it.
Okay,
You got
all right. So the first thing is that we are actually helping Jazz House Kids produce some of their student ensemble, but also adult ensemble videos that's coming up for their spring concert, but also for their gala, which is all being held virtually online. So I would definitely suggest going to the Jazz House Kids page, and they're going to post more information about that. But it's a lot of work. There's like three big bands and you know a lot of small ensembles. But it's something that we do. So we're doing the mixing and the we're doing the video editing, and it's a big project. It's kind of been uh, a joy to put together and to get to learn like a lot about just about video production and also just like coordinating and stuff like
Right.
that. So that's like super fun. Maybe you want to talk about the
Yeah, so
National
the second
Jazz
one
Museum?
is the National Jazz Museum in Harlem. We're super excited that we're also doing some video production for them. And man, I'm not gonna reveal the names of the people that are gonna be in this gala because I don't want to get in trouble. But they're, these people are gonna be top notch musicians, and which is like it brings this very cool feeling for us that we get to work with these musicians in this level, like making sure that, I mean, these musicians already sound so beautiful, so they're amazing musicians, and so we're working with their video and making sure that they look really good for this virtual gala benefit concert that they
Mhm.
have. The National Jazz Museum in Harlem is having that um, May 20th. That
May 20th,
May
that's
20th.
correct.
So
Yes.
which reminds me, I gotta go back and work on some of those videos, man. So, but no, look, be on the lookout. This is gonna be something really cool. And Yardbird Entertainment is Peter and I were just doing so many cool things and being involved with so many really cool people, really nice people that are willing to work with us. I think it's a combination of reasons why. I think because we're musicians, because we try to be flexible and we try to be as good as we can with whatever we do. So be on the lookout for that. And let us know if you want to put a band together. Want us to put the video.
Yeah, virtual
Maybe
bands are in.
next month because we've been so busy. But
Right. Hold off on that project for now. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely been quite a. We've been doing this, before this all hit in smaller pieces. But obviously, with this current situation, we have shifted our business into more into the remote music video productions, which is the stuff that you've been seeing. We've been putting out. Um, so the best way to like support us, and if you are, if you really like what you saw, if you like what we've been putting out, the best way is to just keep sharing those videos, put the word out that this is something that we would love to bring the service to those that really need it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because I always believed in using skills that are outside of music to help with the music, in whatever way that you can. I think every musician has those other skills, whether it be social or on your computer or
yeah,
technological, you know what I mean? Every little bit helps with the community. So, this is also our way of trying to give back at the same time. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't understand the technology that goes behind it and how to do it and all that kind of stuff. And so we want to be there to help as well.
yeah. It's scary,
Um,
sometimes when you
yeah,
spend so many years just playing your horn, or as a musician, from a perspective of a musician, you're perfecting how to read your side read and improvise, and those things that, I mean, me and you were working constantly as well. And then on top of, you put a layer of like, man, how do I connect this thing? I remember talking to some of my mentors and just trying to get involved in this kind of projects, and they're like, man, as soon as you tell me about cables and connections, my vision just blurs. And I understand.
right,
So
right.
we're here to help in any way we can. There's things that we know, there's things that we probably don't know, but we'll help you connect with the knowledge, or the people that have the knowledge too as well. But most of the time, we're always trying to make sure that we know what's going on with what we
Yeah,
do.
right. And I know Abel's been up to his own very cool personal projects as well through the Jazz Exchange. As some of you know, they have a relief fund for musicians. There's a lot of places, by the way, to donate. If
That's
you haven't
right.
noticed by now, a lot of people are in need. And so, if you're interested in helping out the artists, definitely check out the Jazz Exchange Relief Fund. They just did a um, distribution
Yeah, we
just
started distribution
very
this week.
recently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we send
Hmm.
out the money. We're still working on that. As much as we can
Hmm.
help, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna keep
Yeah.
putting out some of these things, and it's always so much fun to partner up with Peter and anything that we do with the Jazz Exchange, and Yardbird and everything. So you always been a super supporter, and the community here in Jersey and New York. So we Candace and I, we lead that, and we always just been finding that everybody. So anything that we can do to help, this is where we're here for.
Yeah, my computer just like froze a little
Uh
bit,
oh.
but that's okay. We're we're live. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, definitely check out the Jazz Exchange. The big band, virtual big band videos are awesome.
They're up in
They've been getting a
the
lot of
in
traction.
yeah, they're up in International Jazz Day platform and social media, hitting up to like 200K people.
Yeah,
So it's really cool, really fun.
Jazz famous.
Yeah. Whoa.
More than Jazz famous there.
It's crazy.
um, yeah, and personally, I've been working on some of this
Yeah.
Final Fantasy music for the trombones. Uh, so I'll probably have a concert. Big news! I'll probably have a concert after this is all done with all that music, since what else am I going to do with these arrangements, right? Uh, so that'll be fun. So be on the lookout for that as well. Given that I don't die of lack of
Oh
sleep
no.
or from sitting in my chair too long, you
Your
know.
neck.
Yeah, neck problems are a real thing, people. I did not know. I feel for all the office workers
I
now.
know, right?
I didn't realize, but yes, that's the thing. When I was a
Yeah,
musician,
man.
I was like moving around at least
Standing for
20%
hours,
more.
playing a
Yeah, at
gig.
least standing for hours and then standing around for the check at the end of the night.
That
Oh,
too.
you don't have to do that anymore, right? You just stand around for a whole year.
That's
How about
right.
that?
Jeez. Oh wow, that's a nice way to look at that. Really sad
Right,
story.
right. At least you don't have to deal with any of the problems with being a musician
Right.
anymore, right?
Yeah.
No,
Right. Those nights that your
it's definitely
chops were
not true.
hurting, don't worry about it anymore.
Right,
Uh
right.
oh.
Well, let's give some shout outs. Audrey's here. Hi, Audrey. Beverly,
Yay.
Laura Graves. Hey, Wes. All right, what's going on? Harrison, EC Bradley, Gloria. Hey, what's up? What's up?
What's up?
Glenn, uh,
Glenn?
brother Andrew, my dad.
Your dad.
Yeah,
Hey dad.
I don't know if like you're right. I don't even know like how many people are still on, but whoever's on, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we do. We
And
certainly do.
thank you so much for joining us today. Again, just please, there's a lot of things to do. First thing is if you want to make a donation today, be sure to do it to the Taiwanese Association of America. And again, all the different ways are in our description. If you want to support that nonprofit, but also support us, it always helps to share the videos. Always helps to just spread the word. Just send it to someone you want to brighten up their day. Like check out this video, like some music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Share some music. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
man.
Do more of that.
Yeah.
And the other thing is just to look out for all these other things that we're up to, and all the things that we're going to be doing. So it's a very exciting time, but also very unsure time.
Right.
And we're there with you, people.
Yeah.
Like it's a crazy time. I think a lot of people just feel really isolated and kind of getting ready to just get back into normalcy at some point.
Yeah.
But we're here to help you along the way, entertain you, give you some joy every day. Like, just that's something we want to be continuously doing anyway. So I want to thank everyone
Yeah. Thank
for
you.
coming here
everybody.
today. Thank you so much. Thanks, Andy Chu, for helping put this together as well, and for connecting with us. I really hope that you enjoyed this today and the video. We included all the information about nonprofit into our YouTube link as well, so that you can see, everyone can see, what you guys are up to. So thank you so much for helping our U.S. frontliners. Thank you.
All right, man. I'm gonna leave them with the video one more time. How about that?
Oh
You'd like
yeah,
to do
you
that?
all want to see the video again?
Let's check it out one more time. And then if
All
you
right.
if you can't get enough of it, just go to our YouTube channel and check it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks,
check it
everyone.
out. Peace.
Two.
Happy Mother's
A
Day.
1, 2.